We're looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes! I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes. I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. Now that we have, Clem, we are ready to begin. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
Sure. But since I'm so hideously over in combat, I'm gonna have to do that in my power armor.
I guess subtlety just went out the window.
So, Vault 88 jumpsuit and one Pip-Boy.
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real Vault Dweller.
So what was it? A Vault 88... Oh, I'm looking in the wrong section. Of course I am. Vault 88 jumpsuit new. Equip. And a Pip-Boy. Not the end of Misk wanted. There we go. And he's equipped it, I think.
I'm just so excited to be here. I'll do good. You'll see.
Sure. So, let's go and see the overseer. I guess she's probably by her desk. Indeed.
Valerie.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
Your argument is wrong on so many levels.
If you are so convinced exercise is good, then refine the power cycle to make it better. Moving on. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage.
What? Overseer?
Oh, Clem. Don't worry yourself. This model won't suffer from those defects.
Oh, good.
Well, probably. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
Okay. So, I know that in a vault, power runs through the walls. But there's no doorway fitted there. So I'm gonna need to have to place one for it to work. Atrium. Doorway bottom. Okay. Now for a door. Because every doorway needs a door. And some of those power connector things. Connectors and switches. Where are you? Aha! I'm gonna put one there. Another one there. That should do for now. Oh, go on, I'll put one over there as well, just in case. I'm also going to need a terminal. I'll put this one over here, where no one can see it. And connect that. And I'm gonna put the power cycle thing all the way over here. And now I need to select the experiment parameters. So, what's additional power production? Looking. By administering electric shocks when the subject's rotations per minute dips below acceptable levels, the amount of power generated can be increased. Voltage decreased by 50% after several failed experiments. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Sustained usage incentives. Of the many trials, we found some test subjects would present physical resistance to power cycle testing. Using coercive or psychological force to maintain the power cycle could prove problematic in vaults with minimal security personnel, but discreetly injecting small dosages of buff-out, not only will the test subject pedal longer and faster, but potentially they'll associate the narcotic effects with the activity. Only tested this once in the labs. After 43 hours of continuous pedaling, the test subject experienced a cardiac arrest. Yeah, I'm not doing that either. Environmental enhancer. Look. Dr. Riley's team took a very different direction in their trials. Despite objections, they posited that if the Power Cycle 1000 was associated with natural positive feedback, with that productivity would be enhanced. Using strong aromatic essential oils, e.g. lavender and sweet orange, the Power Cycle prototype elicited a strong initial impression. A sub-audible soundtrack of gentle waves lapping on a beach were added. The power production of this experiment was a dismal failure. However, it sounds nice. Deacon idolizes me. And where is our... oh.
This is all there is to it?
Pretty much.
So I'll keep pedaling.
Hey.
This is kind of fun. Oh, what's that? You smell that? I've never smelled such a thing. Is that mute fruit?
Are you
All this
okay?
pedaling. There's a point to it, right?
Exercise? Power generation?
I'll do well. Promise.
What am I trying to do right now? Let him ride for an hour. Okay, I'll talk to you.
Hey,
You called? Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. The truth is, it's been a long time since I've had a friend. I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. Because the truth is, I'm a fraud. To my core. When I was young, a hell of a long time ago, I was, well, scum. I was a bigot. A very violent bigot.
hey, we all make mistakes when we're young.
A mistake or two? Yeah. But what I did? I ran with a gang in University Point. We called ourselves the UP Death Claws. With kicks, we terrorized anyone we thought was a sin. We kept egging each other on. Started with some property damage, graduated to some beatdowns. Then, inevitably, a lynching. The Claws leader was convinced we finally found and killed the sin. Looking back, I'm not so sure.
I had no idea.
No one does. So I turned my back on my brothers, broke all contact. time passed, I became a farmer, if you could believe that. Then, one day I found someone. She saw something in me I didn't know was there. Barbara, well, she just was.
She sounds special.
Being with her made me feel like the whole world had a chance. That one day we could climb out of this wreckage. We could do that to people. We were trying for kids, eking out a living. Then one day, turns out my Barbara.
I'll be right with you.
Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth is, it's
Yes, we've done
I'm a
this.
liar. Then one day, it turns out my Barbara, she was a sin. She didn't know that. I certainly didn't. I don't know how the Deathclaws found out, but there was blood.
That must have been terrible.
I don't remember much clearly after that. I know I killed most of the Claws. I must have made a big impression. The railroad contacted me, figuring I'd be sympathetic, seeing that I lost my wife. And, well, what I did afterwards...
Is this the part where you admit it's a lie and try teaching some stupid lesson?
I deserve that, but no. That's the end of the story. I don't even know why I lie anymore. But I can't tell the truth. Everyone, Tom, Dez, you, even that asshole Carrington, they deserve to be on the railroad. I don't. I'm everything wrong with this whole fucking Commonwealth. You're the only friend I got. I don't deserve you being okay with this. Hell, I'm not even asking for it. But I figured you should know.
Everyone's got a past. The important thing is you're trying to make up for it. I'm still on your side.
I'm not the hugging type. So, yeah. Good talk.
Having reached the highest level of affinity with Deacon, I've gained the Cloak and Dagger perk. And what does that do? Stats. Plus 40% stealth play duration and do 20% more sneak attack damage. I mean, I don't often do sneak attacks, but sure. What happened to Clem?
The power cycle appears to have generated an EMP. Fascinating.
Yeah, I'll say. Where's Clem? Oh,
Excuse me.
Oh, man! I'm sorry! I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
no worries. I can fix it. I think.
Overseer.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. If I am reading the report correctly, you chose a lavender and vanilla aroma dispenser.
I feel really relaxed. This vault is the best.
Indeed.
We're engineering a new society, you know. Not some sort of day spa.
My clothes still smell funny.
For the next experiment, we'll need something from outside. Vault-Tec subcontracted out chemical research to Hallucinogen Incorporated. It was supposed to be delivered before. Well, before. But with the mail service out of commission, other arrangements must be made.
Nice. You know, the Great War did a whole lot more than ruin mail routes.
After all these years, I can hardly wrap my head around the enormity of the tragedy. Please, can we just focus on this? Just get Overseer Barstow's package from the HQ. Once we have that, we can start the next experiment.
Okay. I don't like where this is
I'm new
going.
around here. I wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to personally thank you for giving us this opportunity. Any place you want me to pitch in?
Ah.
Not right now. Thanks.
Okay.
Maybe another time. In the meantime, I have to get to Hallucinogen, which is right in the middle of the city, isn't it? I can probably get a vertibird to Swan's Pond.
I'm bringing her in. Hang on to something.
That was actually a fairly short trip. Here we are at Swan's Pond. Hallucinogen must be fairly close. Not sure exactly where.
The common looks peaceful, but no one's saying it's inside.
It must be on the next block, I guess. There goes my vertibird. So is this the place? Sandbag, just a sandbag. Ooh, a railroad X is danger, doesn't it? More sandbags. Ooh. That guy looks very likey.
Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building
What?
immediately.
Where? I didn't see who we're fighting. This way then. Are they all fighting each other? Yeah, we've got gunners fighting each other.
Here I was wanting to spend a day reading proof.
Something in the air, perhaps?
Had to ruin it.
Dead end. Oh wait. No, this way. Right, I have no idea where I'm going. That sounded very close. Yes, voices.
That's not even worth picking up, boss.
Are you sure?
Do it again! Again!
Sure, will do. Oh, I love the double hits. It must have been since I took the
A chemical leak has
fourth
been
rank
detected.
of
Please
the melee
evacuate the
thing.
building.
Oh, this mist doesn't seem to be affecting me. Although I guess I am attacking everyone.
They're invisible!
What's invincible?
Downright creepy.
Us? Yeah, I'm fine with you believing that. I think that was where I was earlier. Ooh, nearly got me there. Emphasis on nearly.
Where'd you go?
Major help? Is he related to General Problem?
Please evacuate the building.
Punishing shown by the right arm. What is punishing? Reflects 10%. Interesting. Are these guys just gonna run?
Is now in effect.
I can't hit you. No. Why am I can just use a gun?
That's medicine, right?
Not really, but I have no idea where I'm going. I'm kind of lost. This place is a bit of a mess.
A chemical leak
And
has
a
been
maze.
detected. Please evacuate
stuck.
the building.
Ooh, it's dark. I did not want to take a stim pack, but whatever. Well, that that'll make up for the stimpeg I accidentally used. Why did I pick up a dirty army helmet? Whatever. Two guys punching each other to death? Well, sounds like a man and a woman. Oh, I'm above them.
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
Well, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but those guys punching each other will...
The security lockdown has ended. Please evacuate
Oh, I got both of
in
them.
an orderly fashion.
Yes, I can't sit while in power armor. Now where am I going? Probably up there or up here. That was easy.
Yes.
Ammo is always nice. Patch 3-piece suit, I don't think so. Newsboy cap, someone tell Piper. Drugged water? Let's not take that. Well, looks like it was back the other way.
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
You've said that.
Welcome to the Hallucinogen Labs observation area. Please step up to the windows for a demonstration of our products in development.
I've not walked right past it, have I?
Hallucinogen's Eradicator provides your forces with a state-of-the-art field decontamination solution.
Okay.
Small amounts of residual radiation may persist in the affected area. Dosage subject to change pending safety evaluations. InvisiWave from Hallucinogen is a new advance in the field of stealth technology, capable of doing away with cumbersome personal generators forever.
That's why I'm
Subjects may
pressing
become
them,
inaudible
Deacon.
and/or intangible. Effects may be permanent. Further research is ongoing.
Evacuate the building.
Criminal scum? Don't get a gun. Try Hallucinogen Suppressor, a safe, reliable, and effective way to paralyze even armored targets.
In other words, stop right there, criminal scum.
May include the partial and/or complete paralysis of the user, bystanders, small animals, and/or large animals. Discretion is advised. Hallucinogen gas. Reliable crowd control since 2055. Hallucinogen gas can stop a riot faster than any other product on the market, and without the messy side effects of our competitors' offerings. Use with caution. Unpredictable sensory experiences may result. Subjects exposed to high dosages may suffer catastrophic adrenal failure.
And this one?
Hallucinogen's dispersant is ideal for peacefully clearing an area of civilians. Hallucinogen is not responsible for any damage, injury, or loss of life sustained in mass panics that may or may not result from the use of dispersant.
So it's a company that makes military-grade gases, if that makes sense.
That's it.
Dressed. Not helpful.
I never had the patience to muck around the terminals.
Please evacuate the building.
So where is this
Don't mean to make you nervous, but
prototype thing I'm looking for? Hello. CEO terminal. I don't seem to be able to get close enough to hack that one. Terrified.
Sweet.
Safe control? There's a safe here? So there is. Somewhere.
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the
So
building.
where is this prototype thing I'm looking for? Have I walked right past it? It would seem so. So it leads me this way,
Bugs.
and I go down.
Won't stay hidden for long.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one.
Repeat, a chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately.
Hey there.
You aren't real. You aren't real.
Nope. Come on, it's only novice. Really? That far down?
Sweet.
We've got stuff, but
Can't.
it's not what I'm looking for.
No.
Lab access terminal? Carpeting.
I'm through.
Okay. Ah, is this the area? That's not good.
Can't get away from the gas.
What have we got? Probably something in that room I want, isn't it? Can I hack this and decontaminate? Enables.
Nice.
Start decontamination. Let's hack this now. Somewhere on the left. There we go.
Got it.
Please evacuate the building.
You've got a plasma gun of some sort. And you're on fire, so your stealth buy won't work.
Days without massacring a bunch of them. Honest. I can positively feel the science closing around.
Just take the junk. And sneaker collar, that works too. So many dead gunners. Aha! That's the research we're looking for. Let's get out of here then. Okay, I'm back.
I'll do well. Promise.
So strange having people about.
Indeed.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break. Whether it rears its head around the coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. With chemistry.
What? Aren't chemicals bad for you?
Oh, Clem, you worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals, don't you know?
Oh, right. That's very interesting, Lady Overseer.
These are just special chemicals.
What type of chemicals are we talking about?
Well, that's up to you. But from what I've read, the R&D folks really outdid themselves.
let's get started.
So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks.
Okay, so... soda fountain. I'm not sure which way around this goes. I think that's the right way around. It's hard to be sure. Appetite suppressant. We've achieved remarkable progress in synthesizing a leptin derivative. True, the side effects are more pronounced, but the efficacy is remarkable. Test subjects over the trial period lost 10% BMI. There has also been an unfortunate loss of productivity among the subjects, including one complete loss from a fatality, 2 who refused to get out of bed, but the others are consuming a quarter or less of a standard ration. Assuming the kinks can be worked out, it could mean tremendously less resources to feed a full vault. Mood enhancer. Hallucinogen provided us with a small sample of the final product, and it is quite exciting. They've added an extremely psychoactive compound that's soluble in water. It creates short-term euphoria and in some cases mild hallucinations. Surprisingly, subjects suffered no withdrawal symptoms, though a substantial predilection to depression after the crash. In a first for our team, absolutely no fatalities. The worst side effect is subject 13, who has been staring at his hand for 13 hours straight. Fascinating. Note, we're trying to do something about the colour and the taste. Okay. Generic caffeination. I'm just about to give up on Ted if he passes out his team's elaborate presentation. The active ingredient of supplemental Z is just caffeine. Plain, ordinary caffeine. Unsurprisingly, the test subjects suffered no deleterious effects. Ted's team spent an inordinate amount of time balancing flavour and carbonation. They actually did focus testing against Nuka-Cola to enhance its appeal. I must admit it's refreshing. God, I hate Ted. Well, again, that sounds the safest.
I guess I'm open for business.
Sure. So I just stand around? I can do that. I'll go and sit at that desk.
Soda fountain's open. Want to be the first customer?
Depends. How much does it cost?
Oh, it's free.
Really? Well, I guess then.
He's on the wrong side. Oh well. Let's wait an hour.
Wow, that's good stuff.
Deacon, please don't stand on my head. Or the table. I mean, you're welcome to stand in midair if you want, but...
So damn hungry. Maybe I'll get another drink.
Now that the Institute is gone, we can finally start to work on making the Commonwealth a better place for our kids.
Sure.
Clem,
You here to check up? I got a customer right here. Want some more refreshment?
what the heck's in that? I had a Nuka-Cola once. This stuff.
I know, right? It's got special chemicals in it.
No shit. Well, whatever it is, call me a fan.
Okay. That seems to have gone fairly well.
Hi.
Caffeine. Well, it does improve productivity. But really, and together with the dubious success of the power cycle, I really am beginning to question your commitment to the project. But you can still redeem yourself. The Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm. Well, roughly that's what it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks, but that core sentiment of the medical community. runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here.
What you're trying to
Doctors
accomplish.
shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good. You understand, of course.
I could see needing to strike a different balance here.
Is that a twinge of misguided conscience? You should work on suppressing that. So, enter the Vault-Tec Phoropter. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit, well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
Nuclear material, you say? Huh. What could go wrong?
I know. It's foolproof. But don't fret about the nuclear material. We chose this site for Vault 88 because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
Yes, I actually found quite a lot already. Okay, here goes. I can't move that. Annoying! How do I want to do this? Probably put it over here, kind of out the way. Maybe I can move that now? Yes. I wanted it the right way round, so that Clem or whoever can stand behind the counter. Maybe do that the other way. Looks a bit better. Okay, so Phoropter experiment. Subliminal messages. R&D's designed a series of microflash images which, when played repeatedly and in a loop, have a statistically significant positive effect on the test subjects via the Vault, Vault-Tec and the Overseer specifically. We never quite perfected an eye drop formula that was both effective and didn't cause long-lasting eye trauma, but we're still working on that. Well, not that one then. Vault monitoring. This one Team Walrus, don't ask, is very proud of. Dr. Brown, a small MRI specifically designed to fit in the Phoropter when fed enough power and imaging can process the visual information response from stimuli. In layman's terms, it can read a subject's mind and show an actual picture of what they're thinking about. That's the promise, at least, but the images are very grainy and indistinct. Starting from the standard Rorschach test with hundreds of volunteers, our computer could reliably identify these images with 71% accuracy. It's still early days, but the promise of getting involuntary glimpses into a population's mind could be a game changer for vault management. We then developed 4 more useful word associations that could assist any overseer. By default, the following words are programmed in: traitor, inefficiency, gossip, complaint, and kitten. That was our test case. Hitting bugs removed it from the lineup. Okay. Or improved eye care. I have a feeling I'm going to be going for that one. Simple synopsis of this experiment. Ted. His team made a better tool for optometrists everywhere. That's it. Nothing else. Please, please process my request to reassign his whole team somewhere far away and cold. Okay. Improved eye care. Great! I hope you can get to it.
If you're just going to spin your legs for an hour, the power cycle is pretty fun.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, How do you feel about children?
They're... alright, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
Hardly idle chatter.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
So I just sit here.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it up.
Thanks.
And that's it. Nothing else.
No, Lady Overseer, exam's all done. Anybody need help with anything?
Hey there.
I never had an eye exam before. It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff, anyhow?
These experimental devices could make life better. For everyone.
Huh. No shit. I figured coming down here was too good to be true. But I might have misjudged you. Might tell my friends it's a good thing down here. Thanks. I guess.
You're welcome. Where did the overseer go? Why is she up there?
So one of our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices to improve the effectiveness of the Vault. Instead, you spend your time pandering to their every whim.
You know you're a psychopath, right?
If you mean I've cultivated a proper Vault-Tec clinical detachment, I know. But name-calling is counterproductive. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our Vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
What vices are you talking about?
Well, greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
Sure. What have we got? Slot machine prototype. Simple enough, I suppose. Shall I just put it by the door here? I suppose I could set up a row of them if it lets me build any more later on. Now the experimental parameters. Okay, so we have indentured servitude with no description, customer profiling with no descripting, lost revenue with no description. So what is this about then? Gambling is alluring by its very nature. Casinos throughout the country have spent millions to further refine its appeal. An in-depth analysis of the techniques involved in Cornwell's psychology today gave me the inspiration to use gambling as a positive motivational force in the Vault. The big unanswered question is, what's the best way to use this sort of device? Options. A. The device could manipulate probability to first entice the subject, then later drain them of all financial resources. This would ensure the maximum amount of revenue for the Vault. This is the indentured servitude parameter. That sounds a little harsh. B. The machine itself could be a standard game of chance, but the machine is capable of identifying behavior and allowing the overseer to track those with degenerate behavior. Customer profiling. I mean, that could be interesting. C. If there's time for a control, the probability could be adjusted to maximize the returns, i.e. gamblers will win more often than not. Undoubtedly this would prove popular and expensive, but the lost revenue parameter should only be used for A/B testing. Well, I don't want to make a loss, right? So let's go with customer profiling. And see how it
High
goes.
the vault numbers go.
I'm not sure.
Our slot machine's supposed to flash?
I've
This
been
thing's
to a
broken.
Vault
Keeps
114.
making weird clicking noises.
I don't know.
Ugh, it's such a relief not to have to worry about the Institute anymore.
Sure. Oop. There we go. I was walking for some reason,
I'm
rather than
thinking
running.
Next time I go to town, I'll dress up as a Mr. Handy. If I pull that off, I'll be a legend.
Well, I'll just wait here for an hour for Clem to gamble. And see how that goes. Just noticed that crumb cooking over the fire thing. If I was carrying a bit less stuff, I might actually be able to walk.
Time to check in with the slot machine. I can't wait.
I win again.
Does it matter that it's not Clem who's gambling? So,
Can we trade a few things?
Go ahead.
I didn't actually want to do that.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
I didn't want to do that either.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
Hey,
Let's check in with Clem.
Oh, hi. Is the slot machine supposed to flash? Every now and again, I swear it makes a strange noise and flashes.
You must be imagining things. A slot machine doesn't take pictures of people.
Indeed, that would be ridiculous.
now we just need a variety act and some crime bosses and our casino's set.
Ah, your famous wit. It's done. Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed. But in science, you rarely wind up exactly where you were expecting. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults to improve their lives.
The vaults I know about have all failed. They're empty, or worse.
The world's a big place, and you should never underestimate Vault-Tec. I pass the mantle on to you. Guide Vault 88 to greatness. You're the overseer now.
Oh, good. Reduces damage from ghouls. Very funny. So, what now?
If we had
Hey,
a good supply of
please.
clean water,
Take
things would be
care
pretty
of
good.
the vault.
I guess I ought to build a few beds, because these guys must be very tired. If I could find a good place to do so. Build. One there. And one there. I don't really want them under the light, but there's not a lot I can do, I suppose. Store that. That should do, right? We have no defense either. I suppose I could rig up a few turrets or something. But what am I going to do after that? I'm not really the type to stay in a vault forever. There was that distress call I picked up ages ago. What was it?
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
I think I will go and investigate that.
This is an emergency broadcast.
This was the third time we've been attacked by robots like these. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader. I ask your assistance in stopping this mechanist.
You see junk. I see the building blocks of life. Mine in particular.
The final confrontation awaits. I only hope we both live to see it.
Now you'll face the full might of the Mechanist! Come, my robots! Let's finish this!